So we're gonna do a model. This is a E-Flight binding fly P47, but it's not in the model list. We already checked. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a regular hard weight install for you, so you can see how this works. I'm gonna scroll through the radio list of the person this is for. I could use a template, but right now I don't want to. I'm gonna just go with a add new model right there. I'm gonna hit create. From create, it should give me the option to either select an acro or whatever it's thinking about it. So I already clicked it. All right. So then from here, it created it. So then if I go to model select, right there, number 58, I just added it. And he didn't name 57, but anyway, it's the same one. We could have used that one perhaps. So yeah, it is for something. He just didn't name it. So all right, you're gonna go through and you're gonna do model type. This is an airplane. We're gonna leave it there. You wanna reset? Yes. You don't even have to touch it because it's already an acro. You named it that. And then you go to model name. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this typed in. I don't wanna make you go through the painful searching me through these letters like you do with this model. Right there. So the person with the plane is for reminded me of something that I showed him that is very useful that a lot of people don't know about. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the end of this list up there, and I'm gonna delete everything they had. So I don't want, he doesn't like numbers, he just wants the name of his aircraft, right? So the first letter is P, because it's a P47. So if I press this function button and I push the scroll wheel in either direction, it goes up and down. So if you're disgusted with scrolling on the NX series, this is a tip that can help you speed things up. So you see how I'm pressing the function button? I get down, and then okay, I'm gonna press the function button. I'm gonna go up, and I go to my 4, then 7. So that's it. He's gonna just keep it simple. P47 is the only P47 he has, so it's gonna be simple. We're gonna leave it at that. So we're gonna go into aircraft type, normal wing, normal tail. So we don't have to change anything because this is a normal aircraft with, it has 2 servos on the wing and 1 for the tail, but they are wide together for the wing, for the aileron. So we're not going to change anything. I'm going to go to next. 3-axis gyro, inhibit, all this kind of stuff. I can get back to this later. Let's just get it bound. So the aircraft is in bind mode already. It's blinking. I'm going to go ahead and hit bind. So the aircraft, it bound, and now we got to check and see if we need to change anything. So it looks like my ailerons are okay. Tail rudder is okay. I mean, elevator's okay. Tail rudder is okay. Everything is straight. No changes on this bird. I'm gonna go ahead and, I don't know if the throttle cut is activated at all. It's not. So it's blowing air back to us. That's it. So the last thing I would want to check would be the flaps. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the flap switch, and they go down, and they go down in their increments, but they're not slowed down. So we're gonna fix that. So I'm gonna go into here. I'm gonna look for flap system, and please excuse my fumbliness because I'm used to the IX, and whenever I switch over, my buddy's always fussing at me because I'm always doing this, trying to get to stuff. He's laughing at me right now. All right, so to fix that, our flaps are working, and we could just be satisfied with that. I got it in system setup, so it's not gonna work. But anyway, I'll exit it so we can get to the regular aircraft. So yeah, my flaps work, and they look like they're full down. Yeah, everything is perfect with the switch that I normally use for it anyway. But we're gonna slow them down just because that's what you do. So I'm gonna click here. I have somebody holding a bird. I'm gonna go down to system setup. I'm gonna scroll over. I'm gonna go back to aircraft type, and then where I said it was normal, I was wrong. I forgot about the flaps. So right here, I'm gonna click this, and I'm gonna go to, oh, there it was, 1 aileron, 1 flap, which is what we ultimately have, because there's 2 servos for those flaps and 2 servos for those ailerons, but they're wide together. So to make this easy to understand, that's the way you look at it. All right, so then I'm gonna hit back, So now I should have a menu in here that says flap system. Oh, and there it is. It popped up right as soon as I set the correct method. Switch, I want to change that to this. All right, it went to what I wanted. All right, so zero position is 0, and I don't know what that is yet. So let's just start out with this being 50. Go down to this one being 100. So if it's right, then I don't have to touch it, you know. All right, so from here I'm gonna back out. Main screen, get RF. I'm gonna hit my flaps. I'm actually backwards, actually. So let's go ahead and go into servo setup. It's called flap. Oh, it's on travel. I'm gonna select reverse. I'm gonna go down to flap. All right, so from there, yep. So my flap system is working in the correct direction. So this is 0, which is be flaps all the way up, and they're actually moving the right thing. But my flap is going not up to where I want it to. So starting at 0 is not right. I'm gonna have to start at a negative. So then I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go into flap system again. From here, I'm gonna set this to, now at this point it's enabling me to scroll my wheel. So see if I can get this in frame. I got it at 0 position, pushed up, and I got my flaps at -21, and I'm gonna roll it, trying to see if I can get both in the frame. And you see my flap is going up. So that means I probably need to be at it like -100 for the start. All right, and then let's lock that in. Then I'm gonna go to my position 1, which is gonna be too far right now, watch. Yep, that's almost like full flaps. So I'm gonna change that to 0. Lock that in. So I think that's a little bit much for the first position of flaps for takeoff. It's gonna make it too dramatic. So I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna change that again. I'm gonna change it to, we could measure this with the millimeters, but this airplane is such a baby. It flies so awesome. So then that'll be position 1. That'll be position 2. I'm satisfied with that. We'll fly and see what it does. That's gonna be, in case you want to know, that ended up at right about -44. So the owner of the plane is with me, and then we kind of collaborate a little bit on his flap position at this 30. So now at 30, where I had it at 44 was still a bit much, so I was just trying to hurry up and get in. But anyway, now it's more incremental to the flaps that he wanted. So now he also, I don't know, let me see if I can get it for you. The servo is crying. It's humming. It's a little bit upset when at the full 0 position. Other 2 positions, it's relaxed. Nothing. I don't know if you're getting that, but the other 2 positions is relaxed. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go up. Oh, sorry. Go back to that 30. Lock that 30 in. Go back to this position. Now I'm gonna try to get it where you could hear it. Hopefully you can hear that. I'm gonna drop the mic in the bird to try to show this sound. And I'm on this 100. I'm gonna click it so I can modify it, right? And I'm gonna start walking it down. And right at 97, it stopped crying. So we're gonna do that so that his servo's not getting heated up the whole time he's flying. I'm gonna even go down to 96 just to make sure. And then I'm gonna cycle the flaps a couple of times. Yep, it cried for a second, then it relaxed. So I'm satisfied with that while he's flying. That should be a perfect situation. So that is your flap setup. I forgot to do the thing I really went into the flaps to do in the first place, which they were backwards, and then I had to adjust the amounts. So I'm gonna go back in. I forgot the speed. So right here, I'm gonna go speed. It's set to normal. I'm gonna go to 2 seconds, which is kind of standard. Then I'm gonna back out, hit my switch. Now my flaps are going at an appropriate, you know, speed so that you don't get a abrupt jump in the air when you hit them. From your main screen, go down to throttle cut. Right now it's inhibited. I'm gonna click it. I'm gonna hit the switch we like for throttle cut. It went to it, lock it in. We like the opposite positioning of this. I'm gonna set that up, then I'm gonna back out. So now with this switch in this position, that's when you're flying. When the switch is in this position, you're safe. Aircraft not moving, switch up, somebody holding it. All right, throttle cut set. We just noticed our landing gear is the opposite direction we like our switch to be in. So right now with the switch up, the gear is down. So we don't want that. So I'm gonna go in here, I'm gonna go to servo setup. I'm gonna look at which one is the gear. All right, I'm gonna click this. I'm gonna reverse. Probably. I'm gonna hit gear. So then of course the gear went in. I'm gonna back out, main screen. I'm gonna hit my gear switch and your gear coming out. Now we're getting everything dialed in the way we want it now. Now we're moving on to safe mode. I'm not looking at the manual right now, so I don't know the exact prescription for the remedy of this, but we have a bind plug in. We're gonna connect the battery. It's went into bind mode. It is important, if you leave the bind plug in and you do anything else, it's going to go into a no safe mode at all version. I'm gonna pull this out. I'm gonna set the aircraft flat. I'm gonna go into bind. And it's going back to its main screen. The aircraft did its dance, and it's doing a double dance. You can't really hear it very well because we just got a gasser just started up, but we're gonna verify everything. All right, ailerons work, elevator work, rudder is right, flap system still in slow speed and doing it the right increments we want. Let's check safe mode. I'm gonna turn right. And it's not doing anything, no safe mode at all. The switch is in the up position. I'm gonna put the switch down, push it that way, and it auto correcting. So safe mode is active, that's it.